Hi, welcome to part 3 of CSV files in Python. Today we are going to see how to write a dictionary to our CSV files and how to read and retrieve dictionary from CSV files. So let's get started and see the offering for today. So first topic, we are going to see how to write dictionary to CSV files. Then we are going to discuss reading CSV to get dictionaries. And then finally we are going to have some questions on today's tutorial. So let's get started without delay. So first topic, write dictionary to CSV file. For this, we need certain steps. And before we discuss steps, why we need a specific method to write dictionaries. As you know, dictionary has value and keys. So we are not getting a segregated structure. We have to receive keys as a column and then values as a value for the particular row or a record. So now what you need to do is you need to extract all the values from a dictionary and move this data to a specific column. So this needs really very hard work, and I have given you this task. You have felt that it's really difficult. To solve this problem, we have a dictionary writer method. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Now first step is obviously we need to import CSV, and then we are going to open a file in a text mode, and then we are going to create an object or a receive. We are going to receive a dictionary writer object so that we can use this method to write dictionary. And then this fourth step is optional. If you like, you can write a header, which I always do it because it's convenient to always have a header at the top. Okay, and then we have two methods, csv dot write row and write rows method. Write row will write only one dictionary to your csv file, and write rows method will write complete list of dictionaries. So let's see one example how to do it. So here my first line of code, it imports csv module, then I have created a dictionary, then you can see some of the fields. Okay, now we have field name, branches, year, and CGPA. Remember, we our keys are not indexed or are not in a sequence or need not to be in sequence. Then we have a file name. You can choose your file name. For this tutorial we will be using a university underscore record, and then we have opened a file in a write mode, and the object for the file is CSV file, and then we have received a dictionary writer method by supplying a text file name and field name. Remember, list of field we have created in the line 3, you can say that. Okay, and then follow to this, we have written a header row to the CSV file, and then we have written all my dictionaries or a list of dictionaries to my CSV file. So this is a really very simple way to write all the list of dictionary to a file, and let's see this in our IDE. So I'm going to jump to IDE. First thing first, import CSV. Okay, that's fine. Now it's time to create my dictionary. So I will be creating my dictionary. I'm going to copy this from my notepad so that it will save some time. So I have my dictionary. Now some fields is equals to, let's say I have name, comma, branch, comma, year, and then CGPA. Okay, so this will be my 4 fields for the CSV files. And now what I need to do is I need to open a file. Let's say open, and I'm going to use, let's say it's university.csv, and I'm going to open in a write mode. Okay, so as let's say file is my object, I'm going to retrieve a dictionary writer. So dwriter is my object is equals to csv dot dictionary writer, and I have to pass a file name and supply a field name. Okay, so file field names is equals to, let's say, file field, and then we can start writing our dictionary. I will be writing first header. to do this, d underscore writer dot write header, okay, and then follow to this dictionary dot writer dot write, let's say write only, I'm going to write only my one dictionary, so this will be my dictionary of, let's say 0. So first line, whose name is Nikhil, should be written to our CSV file. Let's go ahead and execute this program. So my file is, I have committed a mistake, let's correct it. Field names, okay, so I have corrected it now. Now let's execute it. I have another problem, method log dict row. Okay, let's execute this program and see. So my code is executed now after correcting it, and let's check it. So I have created a university.csv. Let's double click on it, and now you can see this. Now you can see extra line of a space. Now you can easily guess what I have did wrong. Is you just need to pass let's say new line is equals to, let's say, blank. Okay, so that will do trick for us. And let's re-execute this program and see. Now fantastic, I have created my CSV file. Okay, so now I will be writing my all the dictionaries. So that is real simple. You just need to call rows method and pass the list of dictionary. Okay, so let's execute this and see the result. Let's double click on university and see. So here my file is written. Okay, so this is really very simple to write dictionary. Okay, otherwise it is really very painful if you have dictionary and you do not use write dictionary method. And this is also convenient to receive all the values and search records. We will see this in a moment. So let us see what are the steps to read a file and receive a dictionary. So first of all, we are obviously going to import a CSV module. Then we are going to open our file in a text mode, and then we are going to call dictionary reader instead of a reader method to receive a dictionary reader object. Actually it is a collection, or it is just like a list, and we are going to traverse through this list and receive dictionaries from the object. Okay, so let's see the example. So here I have opened a file, datafile.csv, or previously we have created a university.csv, and R for read mode as file will be our file object, and d1 is any variable of your choice is equals to csv.dict reader, and then we are going to supply files, and then s is equals to next d1. Now next is a simple method which takes you to the next line. So what we are going to do is, here s will receive the first dictionary, okay, and then print s will print it, and you can use loop through it so that rest of the dictionary can be printed. Okay, so let's go to our PyCharm and see how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to make everything comment, and let's open this file. Open. Previously we have created a result.csv, or university can be done, but we have another file called result. So I'm going to use this as, let's say, file, and then what I need to do is I need to create a dictionary reader method. So reader is equals to csv dot dictionary reader method. I am going to pass a file object, and then I'm going to print all the values, traverse through it and print it. I in d1. Okay, so I have a list of d underscore reader. Okay, and let's print all the i's we received in our loop and see the result. Okay, so let's execute this one, and now you can see all are my ordered dictionary. You can see all ordered dictionary. My first column name is there, is a key and its value. Then name of subject is there, another column name, and faculty. So you can see my complete dictionary. It's really long. You can see API, appeared, faculty name. So if I want to print only faculty name, I just need to specify faculty name, because it is really very difficult by seeing this CSV file what are the column and what is the column number. So if you see this, now you have to count 0, 1, 2 and 3. So in normal reading mode, normally we have to pass 3 to the list, but here I can simply specify the name of key. Okay, and let's try to do it. See, it's really very simple. Okay, now let's get it back and see one more example. Let's execute this, and here I have computer science as 083 code. Okay, so the column name is subject code. What I'm going to do is I have to supply subject code, and let's try to execute this piece of our code. And now you can see subject code column is here. Okay, fine. And if you want to search it, it is also really very easy. You just need to use if subject code is equals to 083. Okay, so let's do it like this, and then only print I. Okay, so let's execute this program and see my result is here. Now you can see only 1083. Rupin is the name. It should be Ravinder Singh Son, but I have changed it. Now you can see appeared 34, pass 34, and API is 402.94 highest. Okay, now see, so this is really very easy, and if you want to filter it out, it is also very easy. Now suppose if I want to filter out all the API, all the elements whose API is more than, let's say, 300. Greater than 300. See whether I'm able to execute this one or not. Okay, I have missed the name. API it should be, and let's execute this one and see. Okay, string to integer, I have to convert it into an integer. So let's do it now. So now you can see I have only two, that is 085 is information practices and 083 is computer science, and see Pradeep Moria is teaching, and 477.78. Okay, so this is how we can simply use dictionary writer method and reader method to receive and write dictionaries to your CSV file and read dictionaries. And this is really very easy to filter out data and work with your CSV files using this method, as compared to our previous one where we are going to receive a list and we have to check all the column or filter out, recognize column by the index, right? So I think this one is better, and it is up to you what method suits you or which method you are comfortable with. You can use that one. And this concludes our tutorial part, and let's move to the question part and see the first question. So first question is, write a program to write a list of a dictionary to the file. Note all the dictionary element of a dictionary must contain same values. Okay, so this is question number 1. And write a command to write only those records from abc.csv whose first column contains 100 in a new record.csv. You may find that question number 1 and 2 are the same questions which we have given in previous video. They are, but now you have to do it with dictionary reader and writer method. Next is a new question, that is, write a function find minimum to find minimum units sold from the data file.csv. I have specified a link here also and in the description also. So go ahead to the description and click on this link to download this file and do this. If you have any queries, you can ask. Okay, thank you for the day. Hope you have enjoyed and learned something. Goodbye. Have a nice day. See you.